Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Giants. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. On first down, Allen. Quick toss to Knox. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. To throw again on second down. Allen. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Kayvon Thibodeaux, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. To the air, Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
On second and a couple. Jones, a quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Wide open receiver complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Barkley going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Barkley again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Singletary to get the drive started. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 63 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. On the counter, this is Singletary. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From midfield, here's Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Allen now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and the Giants are going to get the football back at their own 17.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll go to Barkley again. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. The Giants had 0-3 here to begin the campaign, and you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not? Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage. And
don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Throwing Jones. And he comes back with one complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run with Barkley, and this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
and they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Steps away to his left. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
Now Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. Touchdown, Bills! Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 60. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The New York set to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Big strides, look at him go. Finding room at midfield. Inside the 10. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground before he secured it? And I think some of these angles are going to give us a pretty good look.
Secured is the important part because the ball can touch the ground, but it can't be loose when it does. So that's what they're going to have to try and figure out.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. What if we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Here we go. 49.
On 1st and 10, Jones. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, a leap it. He will make the catch. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Bills are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw.
Stephon Diggs. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily done because you know all the...
Jones hit and the ball's out, but I believe the Giants got this back and they will hold on to the possession. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Being chased out left. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. On fourth down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And they will not be able to add on to their 20-point lead. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 10 yards out. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Just what they needed, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Back to throw again. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen going right back to Knox, and again a completion. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. Allen going to throw. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Here's Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Now Allen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Caught on a slant. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Bills go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And New York set to take the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Forced out to his left. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Gano the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Allen. And Diggs has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On the give, this is Singletary. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down there by Julian Love.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here's Jones. Throwing to start the drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Meanwhile, now he's stripped. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Loose inside the 30. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And now here is another interception. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is, on one of those high-end sports cars, what's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bills, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.